Over in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, the 13th verse, it's written like this. See, let us share the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the full duty of man. The conclusion of the whole matter is to fear God. And when you cannot have respect until you have fear, you've got to have fear of God. Solomon said also in the Proverbs that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Now, that don't mean that you're afraid of Him, but that means that you're giving Him respect and reverence. And when you respect God, you fear God. You fear that you might displease Him in some way. You fear lest you would do something wrong. You wouldn't want to. I fear my mother. I fear my wife. I fear my church. I fear all of God's servants unless I should put a stumbling block somewhere in their way. I fear the people. I fear the people of the city unless I should do something wrong that would cause them to think that I wasn't a Christian. See, you've got to, before you can have respect, you've got to have fear. And God demands it. He demands respect. God does. He demands it. And fear brings it. And we know that fear brings respect. Now you take, for instance, a man, he's a farmer, or maybe he's a shop worker, and nobody pays any attention to him. But let him get a job on the police force, and come down the street as a policeman with his badge and uniform on, where maybe someone wouldn't speak to him the day before. Hello there, John, how are you? See, why is it? It's kind of awe or fear or respect because of it. Maybe he gets elected to be the mayor of the city. Or maybe who would President Kennedy did I meet if he wasn't President Kennedy? Well, if he was just the same man he is, but yet he was a worker and worked at Colgate's down here for $40 a week. See, he'd come through the city here and nobody would pay much attention to him or his own associates. But being he's the President of the United States, he deserves a respect. See, and because that God is God, he deserves a respect. That's right. And we've got to respect Him and give a fear to Him, and that brings respect. God has demanded that for Himself and for all His servants. God demands respect for His servants. His servants, how we know that they're His servants? Because He vindicates these servants by His word. He takes these servants and makes them servants of God and proves that they are servants by making His word work through them servants. Then as you respect that servant, you respect God. So when I respect you and you respect me and we respect each other, then we're respecting God. Did not Jesus say, insomuch as you have done unto these my little ones, you have done it unto me? And it would be better for you that a millstone was hanged at your neck and you were drowned in the depths of the sea than to have been one of them. For I say to you, behold, their angels always behold my Father's face which is in heaven. Now, we know that that we being children of God, that we are a part of God. And God demands this respect.